We are having a day in Aspen, Colorado. Ruka Hirano, Yuto Totsuka will battle it out for the inaugural championship in Aspen. I do, though, want to ask about Ayumu Hirano in that triple cork that he threw, not at the top with the first hit, but at the bottom. If he had landed that thing cleanly, what would be the conversation right now?
I think if he landed it clean and in control, he would have gotten one more hit. I think that would have been enough to force a third tie-breaking run.
Because all he needed was an 83. It wasn't like he needed an 88 or 90. Because 83 was what Yuto put down on his second run, so he comes up with a 78, 5 points short. I think they give it to him if he lands it clean into T-Bird's point. That allows him to go into that next hit and get 5 hits.
But that semifinal between Yuto and Ayumu looked like a final.
Yeah.
It rode like a final. That's what was so impressive about that semifinal round.
Yeah, well, Chris has been monitoring the pipe conditions throughout the course of the weekend and throughout the course of today. Chris, what is the latest?
It's holding up really well. These athletes are certified dogs. They're going huge. The pipe's holding up great. Frank Wells gave it a fresh cut last night, which is ensuring more speed. So it's lining up to be an incredible final. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Diesel is fired up. He's got us fired up, ready to go. And it comes down to this. It will be battles for first, second, third, and fourth. The consolation will be Ayumu Hirano and Alessandro Barbieri. And the final will be Ruka Hirano and Yuto Totsuka.
And how about this? Alessandro Barbieri in a consolation round, a third place round with Ayumu Hirano.
Dreams do come true. Be careful what you wish for. So now Barbieri, who faced off with him in the heats, we'll see him now again in the consolation. And remember, Barbieri threw down a great run in the heats, and he had Ayumu on the ropes, and then Ayumu came back and did Ayumu kind of things and ended up winning that heat.
Yeah, will it happen again? Alessandro Barbieri gets to strike first. He is the first rider to drop.
At 16, he finds himself in a battle for third place with the world's best in Ayumu Hirano. Alessandro Barbieri in the pipe.
Dropping in, switch, going, switch, backside, double cork, 1260. Into the cab, 14. Into the front side, 12. And a backside 900, he is applying pressure to Ayumu Hirano right now. Frontside double cork 14 for 1080. He knows it. The crowd knows it. The helmet toss. Watch that helmet, though. You know what I'm saying, Todd?
Now, no truth to the rumor that it was his helmet that Matty Mastro had to ollie. It was just a random helmet. But I'll tell you what, that is pure joy right there for the 16-year-old. He's already a winner.
I think that's one part exhaustion, one part he just put down the run of his life in a heat against Ayumu Hirano. What a feeling. This is how it all started right there. Switch backside double cork 12. Yeah, Alessandro Barbieri looking to take control of this third place heat.
And let's not forget, this is the long game too. I mean, there's 3 more stops on the Snow League. Going to Secret Garden, back to Aspen, and then, of course, Switzerland. He's looking at a possible world title if he keeps himself in podium positions for the next 3 events.
And this is what capped it all off. Frontside double cork 1080, grabbing truck driver. And there you
That's the moment.
The emotion.
The helmet wasn't good enough. Give the board a ride as well.
Grazie mamma, grazie papà. Thank you, Ben.
I got motorhead in my head.
Thank you, Pepe.
Hey, Louis Vito did some translating for us. I got the grazie mom and dad, so thank you very much. Now it's Ayumu Hirano. They'll be dropping in on the right-hand side to start things off. The #1 seed going up against Barbieri. What does he do?
Yeah, does Ayumu play it safe, put down a run to his feet, or did Alessandro Barbieri just force him into the first hit, triple cork 1440? We will see as Ayumu Hirano drops in the third place heat. And there it is, frontside triple cork 1440, makes it look so easy. Into the cab 1440.
Oh!
And then the crippler, grabbing method. Backside 12, into the frontside double cork 1080. How do you even compare those runs if you're in the judging booth right now?
That crippler had his name written all over it. The stall out in the air is so unique.
I could watch that frontside triple cork 1440 all day. It looks so smooth and so easy. It's one of the hardest half pipe tricks ever done in history. And look at how easy he makes it look. 1, 2, 3.
The commitment, I mean.
And in order to do that trick, you need so much amplitude, minimum 13, 14 feet. And the way that Ayumu holds his speed, you can see it in his amplitude. It's just unparalleled to other pipe riders out there.
Look how he just cranks that. And then falls out of the sky.
And just those micro body adjustments, because he has so much air time, that just comes with thousands of hours of riding half pipe. Frontside double cork 1080 to finish up his run. Ayumu Hirano, he is just unbelievable.
So we saw him do the triple cork at the bottom of his last run. This time he does it at the top. You saw the amplitude difference. Just came out of that so smoothly. And now the question is, what are the judges going to do with this? Here come the scores. Barbieri's populating there. You see the 4 judges, 88, 88, 89. So you get an idea of where he's going to be.
Those are big scores for Alessandro Barbieri.
And this is consolation. This is battle for 3rd and 4th place. And it's a 91 for Ayumu Hirano. So he takes the lead over the 88.25 of Alessandro Barbieri, but much closer than we thought.
So Ayumu Hirano takes back control from Alessandro Barbieri.
And here it is, the main event. We've seen the appetizer, and now this is it, the Wagyu beef time. This is the big show, and the 2 very best that have worked their way through the field. Wow, we started with 20 world-class athletes here, and now we've got the final 2, Ruka Hirano and Yuto Totsuka.
They're both regular footers coming out of Japan. The Japanese have been so dominant the last 2 days, and it is no surprise that you're seeing both of these riders in the final.
There is the matchup. Tail of the tape, Ruka Hirano just 22, Yuto 23. Yuto is the 2-time Olympian, and Ruka made his Olympic debut in Beijing, where he finished 12th in the halfpipe. He is not the same rider that he was just 2 years ago. So Yuto Totsuka first.
All right, dropping in switch on the right wall first. There's that switch alley backside rodeo.
Switch back 1080 there.
Really high on that switch back 10 into the backside 900. And the frontside triple cork 1440 from Yuto Totsuka.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack on this one, and Ruka Hirano, he's going to have to applaud his fellow countrymen because that was ridiculous. That alley-oop just has such a cool feel to it when he executes it, and the way he just weightless in the air.
And look at his highest air, 17 feet. That's the highest air we have seen in the last 2 days. That is just so
That's
smooth.
over 40 feet from the bottom of the pipe.
Switch backside, alley-oop, rodeo, nose grab, 17 feet out, executed flawlessly. There's the switch backside double cork 1080. I think we saw a little something on this landing here. He lands high on the wall. Almost putting that hand down super heavy on the toe edge. But that helped him keep his speed and amplitude. And here is the front side triple cork 1440. Another trick that in the last round Ayumu Hirano did late in his run, which Connor Manning, our judging specialist, did say that the judges are rewarding
This will
highly.
bode him well.
A lot of green there,
We'll
T-Bird.
get his score after Ruka drops
17
in.
feet, 12 feet, 13 feet. Amplitude, not a problem for Yuto Totsuka.
Well, a Japanese sweep of the podium here at the Snow League is certainly in play, with Ayumu Hirano taking the lead over American Alessandro Barbieri in their first run. But now we turn our attention to the first run of Ruka Hirano. He's got to follow up what he just saw from Yuto Totsuka. And you talk about margin of error in snowboarding. When you're dropping 17 feet off the deck and you got your arm out there, that's a good way to take off a chicken wing, because he was so close to that wall coming back in.
It certainly is. Ruka Hirano dropping in switch.
And there it is,
Triple
the
cork 1440 at the top of the pipe.
triple party here in the
Into the
finals.
front side, double 12. Air to 50, so keeping it simple on that hit.
Backside double cork 1080.
Switch backside double cork into the backside.
Let's hear it for Ruka Hirano.
Okay, so air to fakie, obviously a setup trick for what he wanted on that next hit.
Absolutely, and I do feel like if he's going to be penalized for anything, it is the air to fake.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking at the run prior for Yuto Totsuka, he did a simpler trick, but it was a switch alley-oop backside rodeo. But this right here, the cab triple cork 1440 on your first hit.
I tell you what, the judges are seriously using every bit of lead in the pencil right now. Connor Manning, this is next level judging right here, because you got to think about what he did. And to T-Bird's point, that air to fakie, it's a setup trick, we get it, but is he not getting as much bang for the buck?
In my opinion on this one, and listening to what the judges are saying, the air to fakie off the heels is only 11'6" out of the pipe, whereas Yuto's setup trick was 17 feet out and an alley-oop rodeo. So we'll see where that goes.
Look at that, all green.
So we got switch triple cork 1440 at the top.
But for Ruka, you saw the 2 9s at the bottom. Now that's amazing on anyone else's standards, but for these guys, 9 feet at the bottom, that might be where they get it. Where else? Do you see two competitors at the bottom going head to head, and they're just having a nice chat? So the score comes in, and it will be Yuto Totsuka getting a 95 on run number 1, and Ruka Hirano will get a 91. So, advantage Yuto Totsuka. And Shaun White, who was in the booth with us, he tipped his hand towards Yuto, and I thought, Shaun, you've been out in the sun too long. What are you talking about? It's all Ayumu. It's all Ruka. He called it. Yuto is in the driver's seat.
And I feel like in the last 24 hours, I just kept hearing that name. Watch out for Yuto. Like, he's rising, and it's happening at the right time.
So we go back to the top of the pipe here at Buttermilk, and Ayumu Hirano looks down the belly of the beast and knows right here he can really lock it up. He won the first round against Alessandro Barbieri, 91-88. Remember, it's best 2 out of 3. If he wins this matchup, he claims third and a spot on the podium, which would mean we have a Japanese sweep.
And this is Ayumu's unconventional wall.
Yes.
He's used to dropping into his frontside wall, putting down that triple cork 1440. So very excited to see what he does as he tries to close the door on the young American Alessandro Barbieri. Here goes number 99, Ayumu Hirano, coming in switch. Oh yeah, he came to play. Ayumu Hirano wants third place. Look at the amplitude. Cool as a cucumber. There's a double cork. Back 12. Into the cab, double 10. Oh, he's trying to close the door.
T-Bird, that is the all-you-could-eat buffet, Ayumu Hirano style, because he just went into the bag of tricks and said, you know what, this might not be my best side. Watch this.
Yeah.
That was a tremendous run. Connor Manning, I want to talk about this really quickly. He didn't throw the triple cork, but you know what? Who cares? Look at this thing. Look at the variety.
The amplitude there, the 14, 12, 12, 10, 10. I never thought I'd be saying that about a pipe run, but Ayumu Hirano just came to play and is putting it down. He's really trying to shut that door. It's going to be a tall task for Alessandro Barbieri to get there.
Connor, have you seen Ayumu do this run before?
I have not seen him do that run before. I know he had those tricks, but I've never seen him put it together like that.
There it is, unveiling it at Snow League, showing that he's still at the top of his game. I can't get over how cool and composed Ayumu is when he's going as big as he does.
You know the great sign of an amazing snowboarder is when you can't tell if they're goofy or regular foot because they do everything. Is that switch or is that regular? Because they do it equally so well.
Man, Alessandro Barbieri has his work cut out for him on this second run here in the third place heat.
Big. Making our way to the top.
Well, he'll never forget this moment at the inaugural Snow League in Aspen. On a beautiful day, he's got an opportunity to force the Olympic gold medalist into a third and final run. But he's going to need something big because he already trails 1-0. On course for the 16-year-old from Portland.
Alessandro Barbieri dropping in, goofy footed on his first backside hit. Backside 900. Little bobble in the landing there. Into the front, double 10. Into the cab, double 12, and he sits it down.
And T-Bird, as much snowboarding as I've watched in my lifetime, it seems like these pros, as good as they are, these athletes, once they get out of rhythm just by a little bit, he seemed like he was just stuck on that initial bobble.
Everything needs to happen in sequential order, you know, and the minute that sequential order is messed with, things do start to fall apart. But I cannot sing enough praise on Alessandro Barbieri on the world stage, the biggest half-pipe contest that's gone down. He showed up. All right, so let's see if we can pinpoint what went wrong here. Misses the double grab just a little bit. The first of two grabs, his hand slipped off a little bit early, and he just landed a tiny bit backseat on that first hit. And here's the cab double 12. Look at the commitment as he goes around for that second flip, spots his landing, puts the landing gear down, and he was just a little bit heavy on his heel side edge, and once that metal edge locks into that snow, it just takes you right down into the flat bottom.
Alessandro acknowledging, he's like, man, I just battled against.
And I guarantee Alessandro Barbieri has spent many years watching that young man to his left do amazing things in the pipe. And there's the final score.
Right there for
it is an 85 to a 26, so it is a clean sweep for Ayumu Hirano. He will claim third place, and there will be a Japanese sweep here at Snow League. Let's send it down to Nyoko.
All right, Ayumu Hirano showing us his big bag of tricks to secure third place. またすごいパフォーマンスをここで見せてくれました。どういう感じでしたか？
いやーもうとにかくめっちゃ長かったですね、今日一日。長くて自分の結構マックスを出さなきゃいけない状況が続いたから、いやーすごいなんていうんですかね、まあ本当は勝ちたかったですけど。いやでも自分の滑りには結構こう納得してる部分もあるんで、いやちょっとまた来年は取れるように、まあ頑張ろうと思います。ありがとうございます。
はい、ありがとうございます。Well, it was a really long day. He felt like he was really challenged by the sheer number of runs, and of course he wanted to win, but he was really happy with the runs that he put together, and he's gonna come again and give it a shot again in the next Snow League event. So, おめでとうございます。Thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。
All right, Ayumu Hirano in third place, Alessandro Barbieri. We are going to continue with men's finals here at Snow League. We got 2 more riders to drop. A champion will be crowned after a quick commercial break. This is the Snow League.
And then there were 2, and there is the man, Shaun White, who has had some great battles with that young man, Ayumu Hirano. He will finish in 3rd place overall. No truth to the rumor that they're going to have a matchup in less than a year in Italy. Shaun has said that it would not be Olympics in his future. And now we go back to the top of the half pipe here at Snowmass. The sun is out, and it is now this. We are down to the 2nd run. The advantage goes to Yuto Totsuka. He scored a 95 on run number 1. Ruka Hirano scored a 91, so it's a 95 to 91. Yuto has the advantage. Ruka has the 91, and it will be Yuto Totsuka that will go first.
And again, it comes down to 2 riders that do not have a weak wall, which really speaks to this new format as we get ready to watch Yuto Totsuka take his 2nd run.
They both opted for the right side the first time, so now they'll both be on the left side.
Switch.
Backside 12 seconds.
Switch backside 12 into the cab 14. Into the front side double cork 12. Backside 900. What does he have in store here? Yuto Totsuka. Oh my. Come on.
The proverbial pressure cooker has been applied.
And can you think of a better place to be in after run 2? You're sitting on a 95. Your opponent has a 91. You are firmly in the driver's seat and you put down that run. Switch backside double cork 12 on your first hit.
Hey, Connor, do you think this run was better than his first that got him the 95?
I think it very well could be, Todd. He spun all 4 ways. Execution was perfect on all of them, and his lowest hit was 13.5 feet out of the pipe. I think that's going to beat his 95 and really, really put the pressure on Ruka Hirano.
Tom, that's a picture of variety, and that's what the judges want to see. They don't want to see the stale, same run done time after time.
That's a really good point. He spun frontside, backside, switch frontside, and switch backside. He had 12s. He had 14s. He had the amplitude. That was a perfect run.
That's the kind of run that shows you don't have to throw a triple cork. I mean, if you have it, that's great, but you don't have to have it, because if you can put a run down like that consistently, that is going to be stellar. Look at this, all green across the board.
12, 14, 12, 9, 14.
That's a full house in snowboarding, right? So now the pressure is on fellow countryman Ruka Hirano, the 22-year-old out of Osaka. He is looking down this beautifully carved super pipe with the massive crowd of the celebrities at the bottom here to support the Snow League, the inaugural running here, the 2nd day of competition. Beautiful. Buttermilk, Aspen, Colorado. The sun is out and we are ready to go. He needs a big score here.
All right, Ruka Hirano.
Game time.
It is game time. I think it's safe to say he's going to have to put down something in the 90s. Switch back, double cork 10. Into the backside, 900. 12 feet out on that first hit. Into the front side, 1440. Into the triple 14. That would have been back-to-back 1440s.
Yes, I was just going to say that right there was his game time call. I thought he was going to land it. Oh.
いやちょっと踏み切りミスったわ。蹴れんかった。長かった。
Well, this is the format that Shaun White wanted to see for reasons like this.
Switch backside double cork 10. absolute perfection. And what would have happened if he had landed those last two tricks back to back?
I think we'd be on to sudden death. Connor, what do you think? If he lands this the way he was going, because he only had one more hit to go, are we going to a third run?
Yeah, I think he was going to go right after that 14, probably into another 12, and I think that would have forced a third run for sure. Absolutely insane riding from these guys.
Yeah, putting it all on the line when it matters most. Just catching the heel edge of the nose of his snowboard. I mean, that's what it comes down to, Todd. It's inches, it's millimeters at times.
And there it is official. He gets a 96.5 to Yuto Totsuka, and he claims the title here at Aspen. He is the winner of the Snow League event number 1. Noko, it's all yours. Take it away.
All right, congratulations to Yuto Totsuka, the inaugural Snow League event champion. おめでとうございます。今のお気持ちについて。
そうですね。やっぱこの長い本数いっぱい滑ったんで、でもその中でも自分の滑りを何回も決めれたのはすごい良かったですね。
It was a really long competition. There were so many runs that he had to take, and to be able to win it in these conditions were pretty incredible. やっぱ初スノーリーグのイベントで勝利っていうことはどう思いますか？
そうですね。やっぱりこの昔から見てきたレジェンドの人が大会をやってくれて、そこで勝てるというのは本当有名なもう光栄なことだし、本当すごい楽しい大会でしたね。
I asked him what it was like to be the first ever champion of a Snow League event, and he said, it was an incredible feeling. The fact that the legend Shaun White had created this event, and to be able to win it, he said it was so much fun. 本当におめでとうございます。ありがとうございます。
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Domo arigato to Yuto Totsuka as he claims the victory. What a final run for him as he goes toe-to-toe with Ruka Hirano, and it is a Japanese sweep. T-Bird, this is a sign of things to come. You flash back to 2002 when the Americans did it in Salt Lake City. I think we're on the road to that when we get to Italy in February.
Absolutely. That 2002 is when it became a global game. That was the USA sweep. That was our dream team. That has created all of these riders from all around the world, different athletes from different countries who wanted to be a part of that dominance.
And when people talk about the 2002 sweep, Shaun White was not part of that. You know why? He was too young. Hard to believe that, but it certainly set things in motion as Rachel Warren now will do the honors and give the wreath, the victor's wreath, to Ayumu Hirano in third on the right-hand side. Ruka Hirano, no relation, on the left. And there is Shaun White, the legend himself, giving the final wreath to Yuto Totsuka, who claims the title here in Aspen.